I've arrived here at the car park. We're going to do the Pen y Fan Horseshoe in the Brecon Beacons National Park, Wales. Around 8 miles long, the walk follows a horseshoe shape along several ridges and peaks, the highest being Pen y Fan. Walking roughly north from the Neuadd Reservoir car park, we reach the old reservoir pump house. Spillway. Oh, so the reservoir used to come down here. The path then takes a left at the pump house, heading in a roughly easterly direction. The first ridge ascent will be visible ahead.
You stay here, you're not doing any of that.
Alright, so I think that's the peak of Pen y Fan over there. A bit of a steep slope here after the reservoir. There's some ice on the ground. It's the top. Guess we head along this ridge now. Down the ridge.
Down the ridge.
Come on this way.
The path then heads roughly north-northwest along the ridge for a mile or two, ending with views of Cairn Peak, which I've called Cairn Ddu throughout the video, not knowing the pronunciation. Just walking on the steep ridge now, going towards Cairn Ddu, first peak. We were now close to Cairn Ddu. The peaks of Pen y Fan and Cribyn were also visible to the north. So we're coming up to Cairn Ddu now. So it looks like all the peaks are quite close proximity. Cairn Ddu there, Pen y Fan there. The path to the peak is well trodden, but there is a short section of scrambling before reaching the top. The cairns at the top of both Cairn Ddu and Pen y Fan are former Bronze Age burial sites. Looking north from the summit of Cairn Ddu is one of the best views on the hike. So that's Cairn Ddu. Now we're going to head to Pen y Fan, is it?
Cairn Ddu, Cairn Dun.
Cairn Dun, yeah. That's just one of the hilarious jokes we've got for you today on this episode.
Both of my favourites so far, even though it was a repeat of what was said earlier.
We got him max.
The path from Cairn Ddu to Pen y Fan is a fairly straightforward short descent before ascending towards the walk's highest point. Coming up towards Pen y Fan now, the main event of the Horseshoe.
Caught in my lies.
Guess that's the summit there. There's about 50 people.
That's you, thank you.
The summit of Pen y Fan. It's freezing up here actually, I can't even feel my fingers. I'm trying to eat an orange here. It's not working very well. The path from Pen y Fan to Cribyn takes a roughly southeasterly direction. Before you descend, you'll hopefully see panoramic views of the valley below. This one we're coming up to now, I believe is called Cribyn, the third peak on the Horseshoe Trail. Descending towards Cribyn, for me, was one of the most majestic views of the hike. The path's splitting into two here, so now we're taking the ridiculously steep route.
That's it. Oh, it was here before the Great Mud Flood and that
Coalesce into stars and then get up to they would say
Looks like a bit of ice here, better be careful. Decent there, is it?
yeah, that bit one.
Oh, more decent.
Quite a steep bit here, going up to the top of Cribyn. You can see Pen y Fan in the background. Oh, heart's beating like a drum. There's no toilet facilities on Pen y Fan, so just be careful. I don't know. Right, here at the summit of Cribyn, the third peak. So now we're going to head this way back to the south. So yeah, really good walk on this horseshoe. Not too strenuous, but still packs a punch. From Cribyn Peak, the path winds almost south, then east, towards views of Vanabig Peak. Before the ascent to Vanabig, there is a junction which you will need to take and head south back towards the pump house. There is also the option of climbing up to the Vanabig summit and making a U-turn back to the horseshoe after summiting. You can see the junction here, the path back to the pump house widening to the lower right. The path to the Vanabig summit is on the far left. Heading roughly south, you will get to the pump house. To finish the hike, you can follow the path you originally took from the car park. This is the Star bunkhouse where we're staying. Alright, so back at the accommodation, really good walk. The horseshoe route around Pen y Fan and the other surrounding peaks. Not too strenuous. What do you reckon, Si?
Sounds pretty good. Enjoyable.
Finish the hike. Cheers. I hope this video has inspired you to try the Pen y Fan horseshoe walk. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.